This is In My Lounge Room, and I'm your host, Skye.
And I'm your host, Damon. On this week's episode, we're talking about self-sabotage. Hey Skye, how you doing?
Yeah, look, I've had a very interesting weekend.
Interesting in which capacity?
Well, I mean, more just in that I got to experience the fun of gross sporting parents.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
In what like at the basketball? I think you did mention it, but I didn't want you to give me too much information.
Okay, well, I'm going to tell you the
That's why I didn't fish for it.
Yeah, I know. That was really frustrating.
Well, if you're going to tell me shit on like a Saturday when we're recording on a Sunday, I'm like, man, we've got an hour to fill up. We may as well tell stories.
I know, fine. Okay, well, I know.
Because segment 1 of the podcast is storytelling.
That's
Segment
true.
2 is subject. Segment 3 is making fun of stupid men.
Yes. True. Okay, I know, but just me, I'm all like, oh my God. And you're like, yeah, that's parents. And I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, also like busy. So,
yeah,
you know.
no, I know.
Yeah.
But I realise now that also you were like, shut up, Skye, wait for tomorrow.
Yes,
yeah.
That's it. It's just like we started talking on Monday. You're like, oh my God, I just saw this post and this person said something about self-sabotage and blah, blah, blah. And I think it'd make a good topic. I'm like, Skye, we're 6 days out from recording. We literally recorded yesterday and I'm still editing and mixing this week. Let's worry about it later in the week.
I was just very excited.
No, it's good.
Yeah,
but yeah, so tell me about your experience and I'll tell you about my weekend.
Okay, so basically I was at Joshua, my eldest son's basketball game, and this week I was the scorer, right? So I'm at the scoring desk with the other team.
Don't you coach that team?
I coached Benjamin's team.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so this is where I get to be a normal parent. So we rotate with the scoring.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I'm next to the coach, the bench, etc. And then the coach's son got into this sort of, they just basically got caught and sort of tumbled down, you know, like legs, everything.
So they were playing a contact sport.
Yes.
Well, I mean, it's not technically a contact sport, but you still make contact.
They do.
Like, you know, even though you get fouled for it.
Yeah, but there will be moments.
Still,
your bodies are quite close.
Yeah.
So they sort of just got caught and they just fell down. This kid fell on his nose.
And these are, how old are these children?
They're 10-year-olds.
Okay, so they probably fall over just
sometimes
all the time.
Because they're 10-year-olds.
Yeah, you know. And they're boys.
And they're boys, right?
Yeah, okay.
So he fell down and fell on his nose, and then the next thing, and he's obviously hurt himself. And then the coach just runs out and grabs him and takes him aside, and then she goes to our coach. That was on purpose. That was clearly on purpose.
So what if it was?
And he's like, well, I don't think it was. He's not really that type of kid.
What did the ref say?
Nothing.
It's a fair play. Play
move
on.
Yeah. The ref didn't care.
Yeah.
Right? But she's all looking at this coach, and I'm in the middle going, whoa, this is so exciting.
It's quite ridiculous though, because it's one thing when you get parents, coaching from the sidelines or getting involved, right? It's another thing when you are actually the coach. When you're the coach, you need to have a little bit of self-control.
Yeah.
Because you're it's like I said, it's one thing dickhead parents going, yeah, if I can get in there and tell them, oh, that's not on. Shut up. But when it's the coach, it's like, huh?
Yeah.
You know the rules of the game.
Well, it gets better because she says, he's like, no, he definitely was on purpose. She goes, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to get all my boys to target your boys. Then you can see what it's like. And I was like, oh my gosh. And she, for the rest of the time, she was just dagger eyes at him. And then the dads on the other side were being super aggressive. Get in there. Go. That was a foul. Ref, you missed it. Rah, rah. It was awful. It was so aggressive. And, we were 1 point down in the last 20 seconds and we scored and we won. Now, the parents are usually, we're quite good. We're quite nice about, we just, well, I've never seen them erupt so much. It was we won the grand final. It was woo! Because I think they were just fingers to you, crazy parents.
Yeah, it's kind of well, you can target them all you want, but we'll target the ball and we'll target the scoreboard. I used to have that situation when I played Colts, and we were an incredibly dominant team. and I think I've told you before, we had players who'd gone on to play
Yeah,
AFL. We
AFL,
had like
yeah.
a huge component of Indigenous players.
Yeah.
And there would be like, we'd play other teams and they'd want to start fights. And our coach was like, if they start getting aggressive and giving away 50-meter penalties and stuff, just point to the scoreboard.
Yeah.
And it makes them
Exactly.
so mad. We just kind of go, sorry, but who's 15
Winning.
points up?
Yeah.
Like, because it doesn't seem to be you.
Oh,
yeah.
I just couldn't believe it. It was and then it was so funny because then when we finished the game, and I'm like, oh, well done to the other scorer. And then I walked over and everyone's like, wow, trust you to be right there in the middle when the drama's going on. I'm like, I know, it was so exciting.
Yeah. I think I was like, wow, what are they talking about, Skye?
know.
That's like, what kind of an attack is that?
Right? So mean.
Yeah. So I got a cat.
I know.
Got a new
Adorable.
cat. Yes. Yeah.
Not named yet still?
No, because I have an obstinate and disagreeable 11-year-old who we can't, and like, it doesn't matter what I say, she wants her way. And
Yeah.
I'm like, no, I don't want that name. Let's compromise. But she's not
No.
prepared to compromise.
No.
She's like, because I'm like, let's take these two, because I've got a name that I really want. She's got
Yeah.
a name that she really wants,
Yeah.
but I don't like the name and she doesn't like the name I've got.
my
So I'm like,
gosh.
cool, we need to put those two names aside
And come up with
and find
something
an
else.
alternative.
Yeah.
But it doesn't matter what I come up with. She's like, nah, don't like it. I'm like, well, then make some suggestions. She's like, oh, I like this. I'm like, well, we're not having that because I don't like it. I don't want to call the cat that.
Yeah.
I want a cute little
Yeah.
name. Like, we got Crumpet, I
Yeah,
don't want to...
crumpet and toast or something. That'd be cool.
No, I'm not really into that either.
know,
but
I'm
like,
just saying.
but I got my
Crumpet's
ideas.
such a
but
cute name.
We'll figure it out. But yeah, she's pretty adorable.
She looks very cute.
She's super affectionate, super playful, and just
want a
really well settled.
Do you know, because I said that you'd gotten a kitten. I was at my dad's and I went, oh, I really want a kitten. And my dad's like, oh, Skye, what comes with cats is you got to feed them, you got to worm them. Like, Dad, I have 2 boys and a dog.
Yeah.
I feel like I've got this down pat.
And that's when you go, Dad, I'm not 15.
Yeah, like I was just like, what? Because I'd been whinging because I've got to get my brakes done in my car. I was whinging about, everything just costs money. And so then, of course, he's all like, well, cats cost money. I was like, oh, no. Also, now I really
They
want a cat.
don't cost that much money. They're not like...
It doesn't cost as much as 2 boys.
Well, your vaccinations, once that's over and done with, they only go up to when they're 12 months old. You get a few done when they're babies, and then you get one done when they're 12 months old. And that's it. And then, like, if you're a responsible cat owner, you don't let your cats outside. Cats are
Exactly.
indoor animals.
Correct. Yes. And then you don't need to get them vaccinated after that. do
Yeah,
you?
because like once,
not-
well, you don't. They get their vaccinations up till they're 12 months
Yeah,
old.
but after
But
that,
I'm
I
talking
mean,
about.
yeah.
Well, no. I'm talking about vet bills.
Oh, yeah.
Vaccinations, you do
Yeah.
because they still, it
True,
makes
there's
sense.
the
Right?
leukemia and everything. Yeah.
So they are like, there's a couple
But-
when they're like up to 12 weeks, and then you get another one when
Yeah.
they're 10, 12 months old.
Yeah.
And then that's it. Same with children. But unlike children or dogs or whatever, if you let your cats outside, that's when they get in fights with other cats. They get
abscesses.
run over by cars.
Yeah.
They eat dodgy shit.
Yeah.
Keep your damn cats
They kill
inside.
birds.
They kill wildlife.
Yeah.
Don't let your if you like, and I'm going to say it. If you're a pet owner, if you're a cat owner, and you're letting your cat outside, you're an irresponsible cat owner.
you are.
I'm sorry, but don't let them outside.
So my dog on Thursday. Okay, so somehow in the time I walked in the house and when I went out the side door to put some laundry out, and in that time I thought the boys had like let Ruby in the house, and for some reason I was hanging the washing, and next thing I'm getting all these phone calls, unknown number, and I was like, oh, marketing, but it kept calling, so I finally answered, and they're like, oh, hi, this is the ranger, we've got Ruby, and I'm like, oh my God. So in that time, I just did not notice that she hadn't come in the house and she was missing. And I'm like, how's she even gotten out? Anyway, she's like, it's okay. We found her at the vets. We've scanned her. I'll bring her over. I'm like, oh, great. Thank you. She's never gotten out ever. Like this is that. And they found her at they found her like 100 meters down the road heading towards the oval.
Off to discover America, as they say.
Yeah, just for a bit of fun.
Yeah.
Anyway, so she gets there. Now, she's registered. She is a healthy dog. She's really friendly. She's not aggressive. And she's, she's all the good stuff. And then she goes, so, you'll be getting a $200 infringement in the mail. And I was like, could you not have just let me off with a warning? Like, it's not like she's a serial escape artist. This is the first time. And
No,
I was
that's
a
it.
little
But that's a pain in the ass.
And then I told my dad,
But,
counsellor from City Manager, and he was like, that's pretty harsh, Skye.
But are you going to do anything about it? No.
Apparently
you can't.
No.
Yeah, I mean, it's at the same time, like I have to register because the cats are microchipped. Obviously, you have to register them with local council. But I'm not letting them outside, so
No.
they're not going to get into that kind of stuff. If they do accidentally escape, that's a different story. You need them microchipped for that reason. But cats won't go anywhere if they're not outdoor cats. They'll just get to the front step and go, yeah, no, fuck this. This is scary. I'm going back in.
Big wide world. No,
Yeah,
I like my house. I'm going to get a cat. I've decided.
Yeah, they're good. But yeah, they're pretty good.
Where'd you go?
Well, they always get cat haven cats.
Yeah, cool.
If you're not getting rescued, once again,
No rescue.
If you're not rescuing animals, yes, you can get them from breeders, and I would love to have a Maine Coon, but I don't really want to spend the $3,000 required to buy one. I'd love to have a British short hair. Once again, don't want to spend the $3,000 required to buy one. So adopting some abandoned street cat or kitten or some old senior at the moment, Cat Haven has
$25 still?
Well, $0.
Oh, they're down to free.
They prepay them for you.
Oh.
So like other people are paying them, like the foster parents will pay them.
Yeah.
But yeah, you can get free adoptions for certain seniors. Now they might be 16 years old, so they might only have a couple of years left in them, but you're giving them a home. You know, the Cat Haven puts down 10,000 cats a year.
I don't know whether Ruby and a 16-year-old cat would work well. I might go a kitten.
Well, an adult cat just wants to sleep.
Yeah, and Ruby's like, let's go.
Yeah, I'm a dog. Let's do dog things. So I think it's buying a cat from a breeder is great, but I really firmly believe in rescuing them.
So I had a Bengal for years, right? They're beautiful Bengal cats. Anyway, then when Joshua was born, she had a bit of a nervous breakdown because it'd just been her forever. And she started trying to attack him and all that. So we had to rehome her, which I felt terrible. Basically, we went to the Bengal Society and they rehomed her with a Bengal lover. But we were basically, someone screenshot it because they were also a Bengal owner. They implied that we were like animal abusers.
Right.
Yeah. So that made me feel really great.
Yeah.
I was already crying.
There's plenty of people out there who don't care about their pets.
Yeah.
But I mean, I must say, I got her, she was at... and here's a tip for people looking for cats. Cat Haven's a great place to get cats. However... what they do with the very well socialized cats, and this is where we got Crumpet from as well, they put them in pet barns.
Oh, yeah.
So they're Cat Haven cats, and you pay the same amount that you do from Cat Haven, and the money that you pay goes directly to Cat Haven Pet Barn. Don't actually take any profit from
cool.
it.
Yeah.
But they're highly socialized, and they're the ones that don't have any like FIV or heart murmurs and stuff like that, or they're just able to be... Like, they're cool. Like, she just comes straight up going, hey, I'm cool. Same with Crumpet. It's a bit... Yeah, but they're Cat Haven cats.
My last cat I got, but sadly she had a bit of a nervous breakdown with a puppy joining the house. And she got out. We could never find her. I was very sad. But I got her from Saving Animals Matters, which is like close to a lot of Mandurah cats in Rockingham.
RSPCA as well.
Look,
You know,
so
like
many.
there's cat
I'm not a
shelters
cat
and
now.
stuff. Another one about cats, right? You know how you see signs on poles and they have a cat missing and stuff? I'm really sorry, but if your cat goes missing, it's gone.
Yeah, well, that happened to my cat. I knew that we were never finding her.
They don't... If they go, either they've been killed...
Yeah.
They've left you because they don't like you, or someone's taken them. Because you don't... Like, we own cats, but they really own us. They choose to live with us. I mean, that's kind of why you keep them inside, so they can't leave.
Yeah, right.
Don't want to...
Criminals.
Don't
Not
want
criminals.
them to...
You chain
keep
them
them
basically.
captive, But if your cat runs away, it will either come back or it won't. If it doesn't come back after a few days, then putting signs up isn't going to help.
No, I was like,
it's too far away for it to be worth it.
So I knew once she started living in the closet and not coming out once we got Ruby, and then when I moved house and I was like, I'll get her last, and then when I went, she was gone. I was like, she's gone.
But they do. I mean, you do hear stories of like one of Anita's cats, Little Meow, who's sadly passed now.
I had a Meow.
Went missing for Little Meow was the full name, because
I just had a Meow.
Yeah, no, because he was massive.
Yeah.
But he went missing up in the Pilbara for about 18 months and then came back.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah. She had 4 cats. She's now down to 1. She had to get her Magic Fuzzy Pants put down last week.
Now that's another great name.
Her cats have been Raccoon, who was all fuzzy.
Yeah.
Little Meow.
Yeah.
Magic Fuzzy Pants. And the only remaining one is Duncan.
Duncan is another great name.
And her dog's name is, he's a he looks like a German Shepherd crossed with a Dachshund. He's not, but that's what he looks like. He looks like a little mini German Shepherd,
cute.
but he's a Dachshund.
Okay, yeah.
His name is Skye, which is short for Pablo Escobar.
Okay, that's cool. That's very cool.
Yeah, which I think is great. So that was my Saturday, and then today I've done about 200 kilometres. I went for a drive with the Lotus Club of Perth, which was fun. Lots of cute little sports cars. I sent you a photo, didn't I?
Yeah.
They were Billy's like, those cars are so small. I'm like, they've only got 2 seats too. There, and you sit and showed her, open the door.
You're basically sitting on the ground.
You're sitting on the ground.
Yeah.
It's so funny driving one. I've been for a drive in the Lotus before, and when you pull up at other cars next to other cars at the lights, you eye level with their door handle.
Yeah,
and,
and
people look out, especially with a 4-wheel drive. People look out the window down at you because you're sitting down on the
ground. And the 4-wheel drive, so because Perth is 4-wheel drive.
You can drive under them. They're so small, and they're made from carbon fiber and aluminium, so they weigh
light.
Super light. Yeah, but so we went for a bit of a drive. Went from Guildford train station to Canning Dam to Jarrahdale to Byford. And that's 111 kilometres. And so we had lunch in Byford and then drove home.
Yeah, and then drove to Mandurah.
And then drove to Mandurah.
Yeah.
So,
fun times.
Well, that's a nice noise.
That was a great noise.
I'm trying to keep the Ks down on my car just because I don't want to put a whole bunch on it really quickly, although I already have. But I got to drive to Meriden for my uncle's funeral on Thursday. So I'll be doing that. But apart from that, all good. But anyway, so do you want to let me know why you messaged me about self-sabotage? Where did what's the word I'm looking for? Inspiration.
Inspiration. Sure.
Where did you get that from?
From a singles group.
Wow.
I know, right?
Someone in a singles group talking about self-sabotage.
So random.
Sorry, I'm going to be very...
Did I screenshot it and send it to you?
No, you didn't. I told you not to.
Oh, that's right.
Well, I just told you not to talk about it, so we didn't even bring up screenshots. So if you've got something there you want to read out...
Let me just see if I did screenshot it.
I think that, and I'm going to be facetious critical damo here, but singles group is self-sabotage.
Well, that's true. You are correct. Singles group.
While you're looking for that, would you like me to read out what does self-sabotage mean?
Yes.
What does it mean to self-sabotage? Self-sabotage is when people do or don't do things that block their success or prevent them from accomplishing their goals. It can happen consciously or unconsciously. Self-sabotage behaviours can affect our personal and professional success as well as our mental health. So... obviously, you're talking in the sense of, and as it is relevant to this podcast, in the sense of relationships or dating or primarily new relationships or finding a new relationship.
Sad news. I don't know. I don't think I did screenshot it. I think I just saw it and I went, whoa, let's talk about this.
Can you go to the group and search it?
I'm not on Facebook at the moment.
Oh, yeah. Okay. That's fair. Skye's not on social media at the moment.
Yeah.
He's taking a mental health break.
I am. Yeah.
Yep.
I was very sad.
Prioritizing self. You know what I did this week? Sorry, we're going to get to the point. But I just, for shits and giggles, retook a attachment theory.
Oh, did you?
Test.
And have you changed?
No, I'm secure as fuck.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was like, you are secure. You have great interactions with other people and relationships, and well done.
Well done.
Hopefully you can influence other people. And I'm like, oh, thanks, cool.
I
so I felt good about
since, that. We talked about it the first time, so maybe a year ago. Oh, should we just have a little moment of congratulations, 1 year?
Oh, it's been over a year for us.
Yes.
It was a year last week, yeah.
Yes,
so,
go in my lounge room, whoop, whoop. Yeah.
Yeah, but so do you want to paraphrase it then if you don't have the actual...
So basically she said, oh my God, I think I saw this guy and I think I've basically just purposely sabotaged it so that he won't see me anymore. I think I've just ruined it by myself by saying some dumb things and making... I think she basically just... It was really they went on a date and she then pretty much went... I don't want to see you anymore for no reason other than I don't even know.
Yeah, I think self-sabotage in relationship versus self-sabotage in life. Not that relationships aren't part of life, but they are kind of separate and you are influenced by other things. I think has a lot more to do with where you act. And that's why I brought up attachment styles, it has a lot more to do with where you are as a person, and not even necessarily having a secure attachment style. I just did the air quotes with my fingers.
Yeah.
Yep.
Everyone can see them.
That's it. Yeah. Normally it's you.
It's usually me.
Yeah. But just in the sense of feeling secure. So that which is a different, just like anxious attachment has nothing to do with anxiety.
Yeah.
Secure attachment has nothing to do with feeling secure. So if you feel secure in yourself and you're comfortable with who you are and you've worked on yourself and you're hell ready for a relationship, you're not going to self-sabotage. People who self-sabotage when it comes to relationships, I have got the Beastie Boys Sabotage going around in my head.
Wow.
And if I don't sing that song this
Sing it
week,
now.
I'm doing a disservice.
Yeah, okay.
I probably won't, but yeah, let's see if I can pull it up.
Okay.
But anyway, people who self-sabotage in life is more about, like, I feel, and without being professional on it, it's that fear of failure. Whereas in relationships, I just don't think people are ready. People say, "Oh, I'm self-sabotaging." Like,
I think it's more.
why are you doing it?
I don't know. Like, I feel like, but everyone in the singles groups wants to be in a relationship.
Yeah, but
like,
they're not necessarily ready to be.
No, well, I mean, this girl's been single for a while. I know her.
Doesn't mean she's ready to be in a relationship.
No, I'm just saying, but she just very insecure.
Yeah.
Insanely insecure. The type of girl that will only take like from the top headshots to make herself look smaller because she's a bigger girl. So that's
so she's not comfortable with herself.
No. But I think there's so many in those singles groups that, like, if they message and then just sort of stop messaging when it feels like it's getting too good almost, or they
see, that's the thing, like that whole statement. People say, oh, it's got because I don't want it to be good, I'm scared of it being I'm scared I'm going to be racist right now. I'm going to do an Italian accent.
Oh yeah.
I'm scared of it being too good. So
salty meatballs.
Spezza spicy meatball. Fucking dollop.
I know, and then I was about to say governor.
Hello, Governor. I've been listening to the Auntie Donna podcast. Fuck me dead.
Which one's that?
Okay, so they're three dudes from Melbourne. They'd be in their early 30s
the ones
now.
and they're all...
No, that's Sushi Mango.
Okay.
No, this is three, it's Broden Kelly, Mark Bonanno, who's Italian, and Zach Ruane, right? So they're just three comics, and they do obscure, like, absurd comedy.
Yeah.
And the podcasts are basically just improv.
Okay.
Just them sitting there for 30 minutes doing improv.
Yeah.
And the number one rule of improv is yes and.
Yeah.
So, like, it doesn't matter what the scenario is, you have to go with it. And so it just gets further and further out of control.
Yeah.
And I have been walking through the city or catching the bus,
like hysterically
smiling like a lunatic, laughing out loud because it is so absurd.
I love improv.
Like, I've been watching Auntie Donna for years, but I've never listened to their podcast. Started in 2016, so I'm like, oh, I've got something to catch up on there. Started listening. Oh my God. It is wet your pants funny. Just if you like absurd and if you're not offended by language.
Yeah.
Because they use some words.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
They use some words. So, but anyway, so going back to the person you were talking about, what were they saying that? Did they literally say, oh, because it's getting too good?
Yes. Yeah. Yes, they did. Yeah.
So what do you think they're afraid of? What are people afraid of? Do you do this?
I don't think so.
No?
I don't know. No, usually
I don't think you do.
No, I don't. I usually go, I think he's insane, stopping.
Yeah.
Or I haven't heard from him and I think he's dead. Tend to be my sort of like...
Yeah, I don't know if
experiences.
I'm a victim of it. I don't necessarily self-sabotage.
No, usually I'm all keen for if it's going well. I'm like, yeah, it's going well.
Yeah.
I don't normally go, oh, I don't deserve.
I think, you know what I think as well? Okay. And this is, once again, completely uneducated opinion. I think that people use it as a fucking excuse for failure.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
As in...
As in, things didn't go the way they wanted, and then they go, "Oh, it's because I self-sabotage."
Yeah.
No, you're just shit at being in a relationship,
maybe,
and you
or shit
failed.
at dating.
You fucked it up.
Yeah.
And because you fucked it up, because you panicked, you called it self-sabotage. You might have panicked because you're just terrible in interacting with other people. Sorry, truth bombs.
No.
But-
I went to the singles group event last Friday.
Whatever
Not the Friday, whenever.
We
And,
talked about it last week.
Yeah, and you can see, you watch it and you watch the personalities. They have no ability to talk and interact with people unless they're in the group. Like, they stay in these little groups. It's crazy.
But I mean, I'm probably offending people, but I think it's a cop-out. Like, not always, addendum, not 100% of the time.
No, sure.
But I believe that quite often people who say, "Oh, I self-sabotage," are just using that term as an excuse for being unable to actually take a relationship to the next level, where they do have something good, but they fuck it up, not because they self-sabotage because they're scared of things getting too good, but just because they fucked it up, and they're just maybe not ready for it. They're not good enough at it. And I don't know, it's kind of like anything when it comes to a relationship. You got to take ownership of your part in it, and work on it. Work on yourself.
I think take ownership of yourself as well. I think that a lot of people don't even know who the heck they are. They go into this dating world, this relationship, and they're not really sure who they are. Either because they were in a relationship where they weren't allowed to be themselves, or because they spent so long trying to be other people or be the other people around them. I feel like we all to some degrees, try and copy the people that we emulate, I suppose, and then we forget how to be ourselves.
Yeah. Now that I've completely been a rude prick about it and given my absolutely uneducated, super biased opinion on self-sabotage, because that was pretty harsh. But I think that is a factor.
You're right.
I think it's a factor. I think people just fuck up and then they use it. But self-sabotage doesn't also necessarily relate to relationships. Let's talk about it in a larger scope.
Okay. Life.
Exercise. Fitness.
Oh, all the time.
People self-sabotage by overeating when they're on a diet.
Yeah.
People self-sabotage by wussing out at the weights they're going to lift because they don't think they can lift it.
So the biggest thing with dieting, with people if they want to diet and want to lose weight, is they'll do the thing where they'll go oh, well, I totally overate. So instead of going, oh,
Move
shit
on.
happens. Friday night, I messaged my sister. I'm like, I just ate a packet of Twisties and a whole bowl of Cocoa Pops and it was amazing. And then got over it and moved on. Once upon a time, that would have been a disaster. But a lot of people would do that and be like, well, fuck it then. And then just go crazy and then just give up.
No, just get back on the horse. Yeah. Because yesterday, for example, okay, so I'm watching my macros at the moment because I started working. I've had a couple of months break. COVID last year fucked me over and I've never really come back from it.
We had 2 lots.
Yeah, and I've just never gotten back. But then I started to lose that motivation, started overeating. But I've got myself back on track.
Yeah. Started training again.
After a long break, the DOMs are fucking harsh.
Yeah,
I couldn't straighten my arm this week because my bicep went. I have to reshape because it's obviously I've torn some muscle fibers. No, I haven't torn muscles.
No, you've torn.
But that's part of lifting is you damage your muscle fibers.
You do. You're meant to. You want to. It's a good thing.
But when you haven't done it for 3 months,
it's not good.
You do it, and I only lifted it 50% of what I would normally would, 65%. But the next 2 days later, my biceps have gone, oh, we're just going to sit like this.
Yeah, we're done.
My arm was at about a 15% angle for a day.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, I was planning to deadlift today, but that is so sore just doing that. So I skipped it and just went for a walk instead. But so getting back on it. But
I know I've trained people in the gym and it's been pretty intense and then they haven't come back.
That's because, do you think in that sense, in context of self-sabotage, is that their brain has sabotaged them by going, that hurt.
Yeah, I don't want to do that again.
Yeah.
Whereas I try and explain, with new people, I'm like, okay, probably tomorrow's going to hurt. But what I want you to do is if you can't come back tomorrow, I want you to go for a big long walk and come back the next day. But because eventually the DOMs will get less. You're not meant to have DOMs every time you work out. That's a CrossFit thing, and it's actually bad.
It is bad. And I know from experience, once you're regularly training, you can be
a bit sore. Well, but
you can be lifting heavy.
Yeah.
2 to 2.5 hour sessions 4 times a week and doing cardio on 2 other days, and which are technically non-training days. But I'm not going out and running 5Ks.
No, you're just keeping
walking.
the heart rate going.
So resting my muscles, but kind of keeping my heart going. And then the DOMs don't exist.
No.
Because I'm also doing things like making sure I've got plenty of protein but I also take creatine and, things like that, which help with it. But at first, But I think that like people get that little bit of a blocker in life and then instead of putting their full effort in, they just don't commit. And that's self-sabotage.
Yeah.
It's like going for a job, An
interview?
Yeah. Well, let's say an interview.
Yeah.
Turning up like dressed like a slob.
Yeah. Yes.
Is that self-sabotage or is that just you would just
well, combination.
couldn't put your brain into it?
So one time I turned up a week early for a job interview. And I like some people would have taken it. Some people could have gone like, "Oh my god, I'm so embarrassed. I don't worry," and then just leave. I was like, "Well, it just proves that I'm very enthusiastic."
Yes.
Yeah.
I've turned up to
also
school.
loser.
I've turned up for school all day early.
I know students have done
that. Yeah, when my sisters went to high school and I was still going to primary school, and my primary school was a private school, and it started a day after the public school, so I thought I had to go to school. Parents had gone to work.
Oh, no.
And so I'd gotten up and got myself ready and gone to school.
Did you go home?
Yeah, I got to school and one of the teachers stuck their head out the window and like, "Damien, school starts tomorrow. There's only teachers here today." I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
But then you know what? Riding my bike home, I had to ride past one of the state schools, the primary schools.
Yeah.
Because it was only our school that started late. And I had to ride past and I felt really bad. Like I didn't, I can't let anyone see me.
Oh, that's
I'm
so
supposed to be
funny.
at school. And like, no, I'm not.
No,
I'm
not.
fully allowed to, but I was in my school
guilty.
uniform. I'm like, oh no, I don't want to. I'm not letting them see me.
The poor kids that have to be at school today.
Yeah. So now that we've riffed, we've given our uneducated opinions. I'm going to read a psychological definition of self-sabotage because it is a real thing. No matter how much I sit here and go, you're just no good at life.
Yeah.
Pull your socks up and be better.
Stop it.
No, that's me.
Okay.
And for the people playing along at home, sometimes Damo plays devil's advocate. And this is me being over the top into one direction.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm playing the character, but going too far to one direction of that. But anyway, I'll give you that. I've got it in front of me.
I'm excited.
So self-sabotage occurs when we destroy ourselves physically, mentally, or emotionally, or deliberately hinder our own success and well-being by undermining personal goals and values.
Okay.
It is insidious, profound, and universal, and emanates from negative mindsets. So you have to be in a negative mindset to start with. A healthy mind, strong-willed person who actually wants to achieve won't self-sabotage. You will only self-sabotage if you are already in a negative mindset where you don't believe in yourself, you don't believe that you can have that relationships. You don't relationships.
I know what you mean.
You don't believe that you can have a relationship. You don't believe that you can lift a heavy weight. You don't believe that you can drop in on a half pipe. You don't believe that you're going to have that job,
Yeah.
So instead of like working at getting a promotion, you just kind of go, well, I'm not going to get it anyway, so I won't try. That is self-sabotage, is the not trying part of it. So self-sabotage, also known as behavioral dysregulation. Oh. There you go.
Okay.
Can be conscious or unconscious depending on the level of awareness. An example of conscious self-sabotage is deciding to eat cake despite a goal to eat healthy. Okay? As you just said before. But then letting that destroy you.
Right, instead of just going, I ate the cake and it was delicious.
And so tomorrow, I just won't eat the cake.
Yeah.
Like, I ate wings yesterday.
Yeah. I ate a whole packet. I'm not talking a small packet. I ate a whole big bag of twisties.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Delicious.
But I have wings because I'm like, man, I'm having wings because you know what? I've had a decent day. I'm meeting my macros. Who cares?
Yeah.
I'll go over on carbs today. Doesn't matter. But yeah, so someone with a fear, a person will go, unconscious self-sabotage happens when a personal goal or value has been undermined but not initially recognized.
Okay.
So I'm going to say that again. An example of conscious self-sabotage is deciding to eat the cake despite a goal to healthy eat. Unconscious self-sabotage happens when a personal goal or value has been undermined but not initially recognized. Someone who has a fear of failure might wait until the last minute to work on an important project, are unconsciously avoiding the prospect of advancement.
Yes.
Okay. So I probably should have just kept reading instead of stopping and questioning what it meant.
Yeah.
So another dimension of self-sabotage is cognitive dissonance.
Oh.
Cognitive dissonance is the internal imbalance of or discomfort experienced when words or actions do not align with the beliefs and values. When this happens, we act to ease the discomfort by changing our words or behaviors or by reframing our goals and values. It seems unlikely that anyone would intentionally sabotage themselves, yet they do. And the consequences can be caustic. Chronic self-sabotage deletes drive and motivation and leaves us sad, anxious, and with damaged self-esteem.
Okay.
This has got 24 self-sabotage behaviours I'm not going to read.
No, that's fine.
But, yeah.
Okay, so really it's actually very common.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's just we don't necessarily think about it.
I mean, yeah, okay. Well, yeah, I mean, you're right. It's definitely not just a dating thing. Although I think it's very prevalent in dating.
It is, but I think that, like, going back to what I said, I think that people use the term self-sabotage to describe something which isn't necessarily self-sabotage. I suppose it's grounded in it, but when you look at, like, these definitions, that conscious self-sabotage of, like, in dating, that would require you to go, well, I'm going to turn up to this date
and just sit there and
without brushing my teeth.
Yeah.
You know, like, because I don't care if I got bad breath.
Yeah.
I'm a smoker, whatever.
Yeah.
She can smell my breath.
I'm going to go there and I'm going to pick my nose and not give a shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's conscious.
Yeah.
Knowing that, oh, well, she's not going to pick me, thinking she's not going to want to be with me anyway. I'm just going to be disgusting.
So, okay. Yeah.
Although, hold on a second. So men send dick pics. That's self-sabotage. That's unconscious self-sabotage because it ruins their chances.
It really does. They think it increases their chances.
I think they do.
I find that
I
fascinating.
want to fucking do a study on this, but it's
Do it.
So, are they thinking, "Ooh, if I show my penis, I'm going to get sex," right? Or are they thinking, "If I show my penis, I'm going to have a long, healthy, happy relationship"?
I don't know what they're thinking.
But if you had to make, like, those are the two options.
Sex thing. Let's be honest. Normally, it's not. You're not usually having an intellectual conversation.
So they're not doing it because it's not consciously going, well, this is going to ruin it for me, so I'm therefore going to do it. I'm going to use an example because this only happened today. So this was, Karen sent this. Okay, so I'm just going to scroll through from the start. Okay. Mm-hmm. So what do we see? I want you to describe what you're saying.
A man with a beard and burgers and fries. And his penis.
And then next page.
And then just like random pictures of him. Like
So normal pic.
Yeah.
Normal pic. Penis. Normal pic. Normal pic.
Sort of, yeah.
Well, that pic's got his tattoos. He's got his chest out.
And that's him with
normal pic. Oh, he's giving blood.
Oh, he's nice.
Yeah, so he's a good guy. Okay. But penis. He hasn't said any words.
No, he just sent it.
He's just sent 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 photos, and the third one is his penis. Like that's normal. Like, here's a photo of me. Here's a photo of my with burgers because I like food. Here's a photo of me in a suit because I like to dress well. Here's a photo of me in my car because, you know, like I've got a car. Here's a photo of me giving blood because, hey, I'm a honourable citizen penis. And here's a photo of, you know.
So weird. Like I was messaging a guy on Bumble who sent me photos of like Machu Picchu because he's been there.
Yeah.
And that was in a conversation where I was like, you've been, oh my God.
Oh, you were talking about it.
Yeah.
There's no conversation.
No,
he hasn't said hello.
It's not even conversation. It's just photos.
Photo, penis, face, face. What the hell?
I don't understand what people are thinking.
So that he has self-sabotaged by sending that penis because there is no way. Okay, I'm not a woman.
No.
I can't speak for all women here, but I can speak for lots of women and say that I don't think that works.
It doesn't. So one, just the photos alone with no words is weird.
That is weird enough.
So if someone just sent me photos, I'm not going to reply to that. I'm just going to be like, whatever. But then to include a penis in there is fucking
But the context that it is, normal photo, penis, normal photo, normal photo.
Yeah.
Like, what?
And it doesn't even and so maybe if she'd reply with saying, "Oh, that," without the penis one, and be like, "Oh, great photos. How are you?" She didn't even reply. He just sent all those.
All one after the other.
It's almost he sent it going, one of these will work.
Yeah.
One of these should be like, "Oh, I see you donate blood."
I see you've got tattoos. I see you've got a beard. I see you eat burgers and you have a penis.
Yeah.
I don't want to assume your gender, but looking at the other photos, I probably knew that you had one.
Yeah.
But thank you for making sure that I know.
But so it's weird. That's weird.
It's really weird. It's not like the first photo was a penis. That happens.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's like
number 6 even.
having a conversation, penis.
Yeah.
Talking dirty, penis.
Yeah. But
would you like to see my penis?
Yeah.
Yes, penis.
But that's just picture. Like there's just zero.
Yeah.
Wow.
But he has. Okay.
He needs to tell him something.
Yeah. He has sabotaged his. Now, is he thinking? He's not thinking. So that is unconscious.
Well, he's not
he's unconsciously gone.
No, he's thinking she's gonna love this.
Yeah. But that's I just think that's another version of it. That's just another because there are people. Yeah, it is. But there are people who like you, the person you're talking about.
Yeah.
Where they're like, oh, it got too good and I freaked out. That, as I said, that's just you're just not ready for a relationship.
Yeah.
It's more like the self-sabotage, which is self-sabotage. But I know that sounds contradictory because I keep saying both. But and it doesn't sound like it sounds like I'm having an argument with myself
It's
here.
fine. I'm allowing
But that's part of how we develop as humans is if you need an internal monologue and sometimes you need to question it. Some people don't have an internal monologue.
I've heard that.
Yeah.
Also, some people don't like music.
I've met
You know who I'm talking about.
Yeah. Some people don't have pictures in their heads when they imagine things.
What?
Yeah.
How do you read a book?
Mm.
So I just read a book and there's pictures there.
So apparently,
and
this is actually a listener of this show.
Yeah.
I've been told that they don't have pictures in their heads and they're a writer.
What?
Yeah.
What? Okay. No.
I would think that makes them a really great writer. Because if they're able to describe a scene with words without actually imagining what that scene...
I don't know. I mean, honestly, I don't know if when I'm writing, I'm thinking about pictures. But when I'm reading, I'm totally imagining scenes.
Like, I mean, if I was to... no one knows what's in this room. So if I was to describe this room as 3 meters by 3.5 meters, we're sitting pretty much in the middle of the room. We've got a small folding table between us. There's a bookshelf adjacent. There's a candle on the bookshelf. There are large books. There's a computer monitor on the ground. There are some weights leaning against the wall. There are bags. You've got an armchair. I've got a desk chair. I've got a mic stand. You've got a desk stand for your mic. So these things I've described. You've got a pink glass. I've got a blue glass.
That was totally accidental.
Yeah,
Awesome.
but those are things that visually people listening to this can imagine.
And you can start to envisage what the room looks like.
Now, if I was a writer, I'd do a way better job of describing it, you know, but 3 inches to the left of the keyboard is my mouse. My mouse has blue lights on it. But weird, but some people can't do that. But anyway, the whole getting back to the penis man, he's ruined his chances, and I don't think people realize. But that level of self-sabotage, are they, and we're going to look into some deep, dark psychology of men here.
Cool.
Are they actually thinking, oh, I don't want a commitment here, so if I show her my dick, I'm not going to get one?
I don't know what they're thinking. I don't know. Are they thinking, I want to get laid? She seems like she'd be into sex. I'll just send her a couple of pictures and my dick.
Into sex, not intersex. A boom boom.
Yeah.
But let's okay. He is a normal looking human being.
Totally normal.
People work with that man.
Yeah.
People who work with that man and that man's siblings do not know that he sends random photos of penis.
No, he looks very normal. Very normal.
You'd probably talk to that gentleman. If he started up a conversation, she'd probably talk to him.
Totally. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
In fact, most of those pictures, I wouldn't be like, oh, I'd be sort of like, oh, cool, okay. But the dick pic's just dumb. It's just so dumb.
While we're
Oh yeah.
well, this is almost like Karen's segment because I know this is because I know this doesn't just happen to her.
Yeah.
But she sends them to us. Oh,
Yeah.
by the way, Caroline from who I was talking about before.
Yes.
Who lives in San Diego, sent me goodies.
Oh, you got there
So
right?
many
Oh my
goodies.
God, Caroline, send me stuff too.
Oh my God, I've eaten all of it almost, right? I'm going to send her stuff, but so good. So she gave me 3 bottles of tahini, right?
And you've eaten all that already?
No, it's a spice, so no. I've been putting that.
Yeah, you just... Yeah.
I was cooking with it.
Yeah.
Like I cooked some tuna. I seasoned with tahini and broccoli. Freaking great, but just on a spoon's good. Just like peanut butter, I've seen those on Facebook. It goes, what goes with peanut butter, and you can't say jelly
Everything.
and jam. I'm like, a spoon,
Yeah.
your finger,
Yeah. Everything.
your tongue.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. Some people don't eat peanut butter, but anyway.
Well, who are they?
So-
Okay, ones that are allergic.
Yeah.
Well, no, we'll let you off if you're allergic.
Do you remember the Ingham's ad campaign? There was a woman standing there in a white lab coat, and there's a couple of guys behind her, like drawing on a whiteboard. And she looks to the camera. She looks up from her clipboard, and she goes, "Studies have shown that if you don't like chicken, there's something seriously wrong with you." That got pulled off the TV
Really?
after like a week because people were like, "I don't like chicken. There's nothing wrong with me."
Also vegetarians.
Yeah, vegans and stuff. But yeah, I was like, whoa, that's controversial. If you don't like chicken, there's something seriously wrong with you.
go Ingham,
But
though.
yeah, so Caroline
Like
sent me the tahini and some spicy Mexican goodies. Like there's like this tamarind
Caroline, send it
paste
to me
stuff.
too.
I should have just brought it to share with you,
Should've.
but too
Rude.
good. It's been
Rude,
a
because
week.
technically she's sending it to in my lounge room.
Yeah, I know, but
Yeah.
it's good. You can have some tahini. I'll cook for you.
Fine,
You,
okay.
you had tahini on the
I
watermelon.
know, it was great. We didn't post that photo.
No. The phallic imagery of Skye
Yeah.
eating a watermelon skewer while
Yeah.
she's sucking down martinis.
Yeah, not good.
Or singular martini.
But I hardly drink.
Yeah, it was great. But yeah, so there was the tahini. There was some like these little tamarind things on a spoon. There was this mango pasty fruit wrap thing.
yum.
And there was like these little mango sweets, like little candy. And
I was
nuts.
I'm shaking my head.
some nuts, like Mexican
Oh,
spicy
yum.
nuts, like candied nuts, and this chocolate with potato chips in it.
Oh my God.
Now, it was American chocolate,
Yeah.
so it wasn't that great, but it had potato
that
chips
sounds
in the
amazing.
chocolate, little bits of potato
Yeah.
chip.
Oh
So
my
it was
God,
like
it's
salty.
salty.
Oh, it was so good. That I devoured.
You suck.
Because it was only like 100-gram block or
Okay.
something, so I've just smashed it like 6
Oh my
ounces or
God.
whatever it
Anyone
was.
who's got any chocolate with like potato chips, give it to me now.
The best thing though,
yeah,
right?
that sounds pretty good, but
The-
okay.
Yeah, save the best for last. The best thing is these like hot and sour gummy worms.
Stop. Oh
They
my
were
God.
actually
and you
spicy.
Didn't think you'd save one?
It was
One.
it was like a 50-gram
One.
packet. It was this big, and I couldn't help it. I went into full like glazed, my
Yeah,
eyes
clearly.
glazed over.
And like, it was almost like you could just probably see me going, just don't forget to save one for me.
You know, she even put in,
Yeah.
she wrote a note that even said,
Dear Damo and Skye.
she said, share these with Skye. But I do have some left. So
Yeah.
I'm not going to eat any more.
Okay,
so
you
next
better
week
not.
when you
Just
come
one.
up.
I'm just asking for one.
But no, I don't have any sour gummies. There's hot and sour gummies. I don't know what brand they are. They've got like a
Someone, if you
line
find
on
them, send them to me. But not Damo.
You can't get them in Australia. That's the whole point.
Anyone who's
But
American,
send us bulk of the, or at least send us where the distributor of this
yeah,
hot
please.
and sour gummy
Yum.
worms. Fucking amazing.
Okay, and the potato chips
Oh,
chocolate. Stop.
Chocolate with potato chips in it. Oh my God. So anyway, yeah, we're going to get together a box
Yeah.
of goodies. So there'll
Yeah.
be Tim Tams, there'll be Shapes, there'll be Allen's Lollies.
Vegemite.
I don't know about, you can get Vegemite over there.
love Vegemite.
Yeah, like, but
Oh,
yeah, we
all
did
the
have a
good-
conversation
yeah.
about Vegemite because she said when she was 19, she was in Scotland or in the UK, and a Scottish man made her eat Vegemite, but he's like smeared it on toast like peanut butter.
Oh,
you know what people,
yuck.
yeah, people do, and he's like, oh, it's great. And it's like, no, it's not great. That's not how you fucking eat
it.
Vegemite.
No.
Your toast should have more butter than Vegemite on
Correct.
it. Yeah.
It's almost like a flavouring, you know?
It
Just like
is.
a-
It is a seasoning. That's right.
seasoning.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's
sorry.
not.
Yeah. We don't have it like it's not toast without Vegemite.
No.
It's a little bit of Vegemite
It's a
with
little
butter.
bit of Vegemite. So you just
You know what's
smear-
delicious? Like French stick, like crunchy French stick,
Yeah.
thick butter, a bit of Vegemite. So good.
You know what I saw in this week's Cooking with Damo segment, where we've all moved on to here. like a ramekin or a little roasting dish. I'm making a circle with my hands
and
about
I'm
4 inches
staring at you
across.
like an idiot.
I should best describe it. Filled with garlic cloves, and then fill that with oil, and then put it in the oven on really low,
my
and
God,
then
that sounds
confit the
amazing.
garlic in the oil.
Yeah.
Right? And then you take the garlic out and you turn it into a paste, and then you smear it on the bread, and then you grate cheese over that, and then you put that in the oven,
And then it's
it's.
you eat it.
I'm like,
And then
it
you
was
just
like,
eat it.
oh, it was
Eat
fucking
it.
great.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah. So I think we've said enough about self-sabotage because,
think
as I
so.
said, I think it's a legitimately a thing.
Yeah.
But sometimes what we call self-sabotage is just us not being ready. And
yeah,
we
and I feel like-
self-sabotage
yes.
because we're not ready.
Well, and I'd say most Perth singles or single people in general aren't ready. And they're scared shitless.
Yeah. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
They're already scared going in.
Because
Get
let's be
yourself
honest,
ready.
you've been in a relationship, now you're out of a relationship,
Yeah.
dating, and sometimes dating is shit. And then there might be a moment where you're like, oh, this is going well, but I'm not ready.
Yeah, you're not ready.
And then
that
bang,
and
stop
you back out. But the thing is, just deciding that you're not into it, or getting and going, I'm not ready for this, I can't handle it. That's not self-sabotage.
That's just
doing something fucked.
Yeah.
Is the
Like
self-sabotage
going
part.
on a date and like dribbling down your chest.
Or
Or something
deliberately
like that.
doing something shit
Yeah.
in order to
ruin the date.
And like my ex-fiance, she self-sabotaged by, after I had proposed to her, which is what she said she wanted, she kind of withdrew, and then she is the one who put me onto attachment theory like a year and a half later.
Yeah.
And what we discussed at the time, she self-sabotaged because she basically didn't have the intestinal fortitude or the balls to break up with me. So she made me break up with her by
being
not being good.
Yeah.
By not being communicating
But I
with
think
me
that
and
happens all
whatnot.
the time.
Yeah.
I think people do that. Like, I don't want to be in this relationship anymore, and I will ruin it.
Yeah, that's self-sabotage.
Yeah, rather than like being like upfront and being just it's like people who cheat.
Yeah.
Same thing.
Yeah.
They cheat because they don't want to hurt you, but actually it's worse by
Yeah,
lying.
they don't mind getting caught because that's actually what they wanted
Exactly.
subconsciously somehow.
Yeah. Yeah.
But just avoiding something good by just not being good at it, that's not necessarily the same thing. So once again, I said, like previously, we got the Karen segment because she sent some wonderful screenshots. This whole saga with this guy, I'm gonna go through this and just read. It's not. There's gaps.
Okay.
But I'll fill in the gaps. So this guy, he lives in a town south of here, about an hour. So, a fair way down the road.
Oh, okay.
Bunbury.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay. I was going to say, does it start with a B?
Yeah. So, has never met Karen. Is messaging her. And then this is one of the first messages. I think there's an earlier one, but I can't seem to find it. But I'll just start from here. So one of his messages here is, no, there is. There's a normal one. Here he is sending voice messages. So he starts off normal and he's kind of like, he's talking about like his ex using his mental health against her and like ringing for booty calls and whatnot. And then he's like, I feel like you're going to block me now, eh? And she's like, yeah, eh? She's like, no, should I? I mean, does your mental health make you abusive or whatever? She's just like, are you...
Just being nice,
well, you're going to flip. And he's like, no. And then she's like, no, I'm seriously genuine and loving and caring. I'm a nice guy. Been through a lot and looking for someone who isn't an asshole, someone I can be myself around and be really, I'm honestly really fucking sweet and funny. So that's twice he's told her how good
nice.
a guy he is.
Yeah.
And like,
really
just talking about, just kind of being normal. And then she's obviously started to get the ick already. And she goes, oh, so like some woman hurt you and you can't get over her. And he's like, wow, that was fast. Like,
whoa. Okay.
She's got intuition,
Yeah.
is what's happened. And
Yeah.
because it's Karen, she's just like, fuck, I'm going to call him out. And also because she knows it gives us content. So she just straight up called him out. Well, that was fast. I'm definitely over her. But yeah, 12 years together, 2 kids, and then she left. And then went on about like, personal stuff I'm not going to talk about. Started sending voice messages. And Karen's like, I'm working and I'm really sorry. I feel like you're going to block me. And then she's kind of like going, what's going on? More text messages, more voice messages. He starts talking about wanting to move in with her.
What?
Because I think Karen wants a flatmate or something. I probably shouldn't be saying that on air, but she may have mentioned that she wanted a flatmate because the person she was with moved out, was living with her, not what she was with. But yeah, he's changed the background, right? So he's changed the chat background, and he said, "See, you wouldn't be able to. You think I wouldn't be able to handle you?" So he's speaking her thoughts, that she hasn't said.
No.
He's just assuming.
Yeah.
So you think I wouldn't be able to
reader.
handle you? But I think it's the other way around. Haha, you wouldn't be able to handle me. I'm full on and I'm loving and caring as fuck and just want to make you happy and smile.
Back to that nice guy thing. Yeah.
I'm not scared to be myself and neither are you. That shit is rare. So fuck everyone else. You're the one I want. But if that's too much, then yeah, I don't know.
Wow, that moved quickly.
All the voice messages that he sent.
Yeah.
And as you can see, she's not necessarily replying.
No. It's clearly
She's
just him.
kind of going, all right. But he's escalating this himself.
Yeah, into a relationship almost.
Yeah, and then Karen, you haven't met me.
Yeah.
That's all she said. And then he goes on other voice messages. I really think you're the girl I want to spend the rest of my life with. I love your personality and how bubbly and happy you are. Where in these text messages has she been bubbly and happy?
She hasn't.
She hasn't. Now, he might have stalked her and seen photos of her where she's like,
and she
hey.
is on the groups.
Yeah,
you know
yeah.
Karen on the groups.
Yeah,
so,
she smiles. She takes selfies and she looks like she's having fun.
Yes,
she goes
and
out.
Fringe, it's Fringe.
Yeah.
Every photo of her at Fringe
Photos
is very
of her
happy.
and Nick having a great time and, doing their thing and other people that I don't know, but I know Nick. Yeah, I really think you're the girl for me. I love your personality, how bubbly and happy you are. He doesn't put an E on your.
Of course he doesn't.
You're fucking amazing and beautiful, XX. Sorry for the lovey-dovey messages. Bah ha ha ha.
Oh.
Grimacing,
that would have made
teeth.
me shut the fuck up.
Yeah, grimacing teeth, smiley like emoji.
But it didn't make him shut up? No.
No, he said just being real, or maybe it's my BPD talking, but that's just how I'm feeling. Like, I think you could be my person.
Oh my God.
Anyways, you'll probably block me now. Third time he said that. Or ghost me because I said how I feel, haha, but fuck it, I wanted to say it. We get one life and want to be as real and honest as possible. Once again, you haven't met me.
No.
That's all she's saying. She hasn't encouraged him. Voice message. Don't know what he said there, but her response is, but I chat and get along with most people. It's just normal. Why does it have to be so full on? Like, he's obviously going, but you talk to me. So therefore,
it's love.
you must love me. I'm just going to give you some space. Have a good day at work. And she's like, okay. See, you think I wouldn't be able to handle you, but it's the other way around. But it's okay. That's precursor to that message. She said, don't lash out because he's obviously had a crack. I'm not lashing out. Calm as. She's like, righto. Mm-hmm. And then he's like, I'm glad I remind you of a 16-year-old. I don't know what you expect from me. Like, so what if I have feelings towards you? How's that a bad thing?
Oh my God. Whoa.
What do you think her response is? You haven't met me.
Yeah.
Valentine's Day coming up.
Oh.
I'm just going to drive up there and see you. Fuck it.
Okay, stalker. Not creepy.
Yeah, and she's like, why?
Yeah.
I'll be working. I don't know. Just want to meet you, I guess.
Hang on, and do you know where she lives? Because that's even weirder.
Yeah. Fuck, I don't know what to say anymore. Like, I'd literally drive 2 hours just to meet and say hi and show you I'm a normal dude and not some stalker.
But that's what you're going to do.
Yeah, that's literally what a stalker would do. Just saying you're going to do it doesn't make you less of...
No.
I started watching season 4 of You last night, right?
So
there's some stalkery shit.
Yeah.
That's the whole thing.
Yeah.
You don't... When you're stalking someone, you don't necessarily tell them.
No.
Telling them doesn't make it less stalkery.
It's
Saying,
still stalkery.
I'm going to drive all the way up there and see you, fuck it, and prove to you that I'm not a creepy stalker.
stalkery.
No, what you're proving is that you are a creepy stalker.
Yes.
Yeah, so I'm a normal dude and not some stalker. Fuck.
Yeah,
Told you I'm looking for my soulmate. Look, I really need to back off, seriously.
Yeah.
Now, this is where it's already pretty scary.
Yeah.
This is where it gets fucked up.
Fuck.
So... I just want you to look at what he's changed the chat background to.
Oh, God. Is that...
It's all love hearts, right?
Yeah.
Because I'm fucking wild and yes, I know we haven't met. We should call and stuff, though, and definitely date, lol. After she said, you haven't met me.
Yeah.
So, voice message, but then What's he done here?
Yeah, that's creepy as. He has changed that he's in a relationship with Karen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he's changed his relationship status, and she's like, it's come up in her notifications. This gentleman listed you that you two are in a relationship.
Oh, that's so creepy.
That is bad.
That's really bad.
And then she's like, oh, right, you're just trying to scare me right off because that's working.
Yeah.
Jesus, no, not at all. I'm just an all-in type of dude. Like, I'll give my heart and soul to someone. I don't know, trying to make you smile and happy, I guess. I'm a fuck-up.
Yeah.
That's gaslighting right there, that I'm a fuck-up.
Yeah.
But the changing of the fucking relationship status to a person who has told you literally, no, I don't know who you are.
Go away.
Prepared to talk to you, but you need to calm the fuck down.
That is creepy as. I would be I don't know what I'd be doing, blocking.
I'll leave you alone because I'm too full on for most people and you think you're full on. And she's like, gaslighting. My full on is having a lot of interests and friends and talking too much and oversharing. Not trying to force a person I haven't met into something. And then she's got a screenshot of her Walk for Lifeline WA Rotary projects.
Awesome.
Everyone should go and Rotary Canning are running. Registration is online. Just Google that.
I'll re-put it on the story. I put it on the story the other day.
Walk for Lifeline WA. Register now for early bird savings. Sunday the 12th of March, McCallum Park. Get into that. It's like I say, it's for Lifeline WA, who help people in crisis and suicide and whatnot. And Rotary obviously do good things. But yeah, so I'll leave things alone. She's correct. That shouldn't be this kind of pressure and drama. I don't get it at all. Neither, because I'm not that person. Her response, yet it's all you're doing.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Anyway, moving on. Righto. Try not to pressure the next one. I just want to show you what he's changed the chat background to now.
Oh, Frozen.
Frozen.
Okay.
Because his heart is
frozen.
frozen. Because she's turned around and gone, hey, fucking weirdo.
Yeah.
Don't list me as being in a relationship with you. I don't fucking know you.
She's broken his
heart, yeah.
His eyes.
Try not to pressure the next one. Yeah, you said that already. So now he's getting aggressive. He's getting defensive and aggressive. Yeah. There is no next one. I can't be fucked. Gonna focus on my music. Okay. And he goes, and I hope you can just get to know someone without making it do what I want or I'll run. Which is what he's doing. No, that's what Karen said, yeah.
Okay.
Now, I hope you can just get to know someone without making it, quote, do what I want or I'll run. Which is what he's doing. You're going to be in a relationship with me. Fuck it. I'm out.
Yeah. Also, like, I'm going to add that
I can't be fucked.
I can't believe he changed his relationship status. That's creepy.
I didn't fucking say that. I said I'm all in or nothing. Like saying either I put all of myself into something or nothing at all. I don't half-ass things is what I meant. Her response, same thing. Yeah, but she's poking the bear at this point. Man, shit gets lost in translation over text messaging. No, it doesn't.
No, you're just insane. You're just insane.
Yeah. I've had this conversation with people before. Text message is a great way to communicate because you get to think about what you're saying and the person gets to read it.
Yeah.
Literally what you are saying. Tone doesn't get in the way. No. So you can communicate very well in text, in email, in letters because it is the written word.
You can message something and then you can delete it.
Yeah,
you might be like, well, that's a bit too aggressive, and then redo it.
That's why I prefer talking on the phone or in person. No, it's definitely not. I'd give everything 100%. No point if you don't. Well, what the fuck? I haven't been nasty to you either. You're actually making me feel like a piece of shit just for being into you. Fuck this shit. I'm out. And she's like, wow. And then he's blocked her. And she's like, okay, cool. Yep, no worries. And I said, he's going to unblock you.
Yeah, of course.
Well, you know, next day.
Oh, I'm really sorry.
I'm a fuck up. I'm sorry for being so full on.
There you go.
I'm just going to gaslight you again. And do some hoovering even though we're not in a relationship. Genuinely, I wish you all the best and maybe we can be friends one day. That's the end of it because she's just gone, no, you're fucking crazy. Yeah.
And she blocked him and reported him as a weirdo. Oh, my God. I don't get anything fun like that. I just get random stuff like a conversation that then is like a conversation that seems to be going quite well.
We got to also take into account that I do believe, and Karen will probably message me on this one as well, but I do believe that Karen trolls these people a bit just so she can give us,
great. We
so
love
she
you,
can
Karen.
feed us content.
But can I just point out that I'm having like a conversation, like an actual conversation, right?
Yeah, it's going well. That's a lot of
what happened?
Text. How long was that over?
24 hours.
Oh, that's good. So normal.
Yeah, guess what happened?
What?
He deleted his account. It was so weird.
I met someone else. At least he
Okay.
deleted his account and didn't just
Oh,
block.
I would have preferred an unmatch. I find deleted accounts are weird.
Oh, that means he's taken himself off the market,
Yeah,
though. So
yeah.
he's just met someone.
You think that's how
Yeah,
is that
yeah,
how it
yeah.
works? Oh,
Oh,
okay.
he could have. I mean, he's just ghosted you, but in a really full-on, like...
find that's a
he
really full-on.
He sent a message at the same time, and the message is, I'm not just ghosting you, I'm ghosting
true.
you because I'm removing myself from the dating scene.
Yeah. I mean, I wasn't offended. I was just
Yeah.
like, whoa, deleted account, Jesus.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
That's a him problem.
Yeah.
But that's I think like just normal ghosting, the stopping communication.
Oh, that's
kind of ambiguous and weird, but at least that's a definitive.
Yeah, true. I mean, there's no way I can message him back because
No.
it's a deleted. Yeah, but
yeah,
I was like,
he's
okay.
and you're not going to match with him. And if you do come across him
Oh,
again,
I'll left swipe him.
yeah,
100%.
or right swipe with him, match with him,
And then be like,
and
hey,
then, hey, remember me?
Yeah, when you deleted your account, so weird.
Oh, sorry about that. Yeah,
Yeah,
I had a bit of an existential crisis.
And then that's about it with me in the dating apps. It's really boring.
Not happening, but you're not on the social medias,
No.
so you're not getting messages from randoms.
No randoms.
How is your peace of mind with no social media?
It's really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, like, I miss just being able to post shit about myself. Like, it's
Okay,
really
yeah.
hard. But other than that, it's fine. I'm actually not missing it.
Okay.
I just need it. I need it for work. But I've got the work Instagram, and
See,
I've got
and if you go on our Instagram,
Yeah.
all you're going to see is like other podcasts.
Oh, it's so funny.
and influencers and
Yeah.
stuff. Yeah.
So all on ours is just all like stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, so it's basically that's it.
Yeah.
And like containers for change.
Because if you go to our In My Lounge Room on Instagram,
Yeah.
just slipping it in there.
Yeah. Good work.
And go and have a look at who we follow. A lot of who we follow are like, you want to read a few out of the like.
Oh, please.
Not the individuals.
No. Let me do some of the fun ones. This is why I read it, because some of the dating ones are hilarious. Now I can't find any.
Like
good
there's ones that they're puns on, like, Hinge and Bumble and dating and stuff like that. But they're a lot of what you would expect a podcast like us to be following.
Yeah. So there's lots of ones about like when people like when they actually like. There's one in particular. She shares her the people on Bumble and on Tinder.
Yeah.
I can't find any of them now, and they are hilarious. Like there's one where she's like, all these guys, but they all have the same profile with the same like, hey, I'm awesome, or hey, I'm into bikes. And it's like all the same.
Yeah, it's so good with that. You told that story a couple of weeks ago about the guy with the picture of the child whose
Yes.
face was not obscured, and
Yeah.
his bio said no, not married, never had kids, never married, no kids.
And there's his.
I've been telling that to so many people.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And what have they said?
Well, it's remarkable. There's actually a couple of new people at work who started listening to the show, so shout out to those people. I'm glad you're enjoying it. Thanks for the feedback. Obviously not going to name names.
And,
but,
and they like it?
Yeah, it's
They
good.
like us?
There was one girl actually who said she'd listening to the, I think it was the gaslighting one.
Oh, yeah.
And what did we do after gaslighting?
The hoovering.
Hoovering, yeah. But she said she sat down and she was listening to the gaslighting. Oh, that's right, because I was talking about the whole, like, I'm sorry you feel that way, being gaslighting. And she said that she got a pen and paper out and started making notes about, like, what we had said in gaslighting.
Oh, really?
And then realised, like you had, how many times people had tried to gaslight her.
Yeah, and you just don't even realise until you go through it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's insane.
But, yeah, and she showed me a message she'd got from, I think, her brother-in-law.
Yeah.
Where he had, like, given her some backhanded, stupid apology for saying some really offensive bullshit, where he wasn't really apologising at all.
Oh, okay, but making
was a
himself
kind of
feel better.
Yeah, making himself better. And you know what he did? He did it in the family group chat.
Oh, so he looked like a legend.
So he looked like a fucking legend,
Yeah.
apologising
I
for what
just
he'd
can't
said.
stand that.
Where instead of, like, messaging her privately and going, look, I'm really sorry.
Yeah, which would be the ballsy thing to do.
Yeah, I understand that the way I spoke to you was inappropriate, and I apologise. It was kind of a I'm sorry you feel that way apology without using those words and doing it in front of people so they can go, oh, I see, he apologised. No, it's just pathetic.
Yeah, it's like the time with Kevin and his brother in Home Alone 2 when Like,
I'm stretching. Carry on.
it's okay.
Yeah.
But basically, poor Kevin always got the blame for everything.
Yeah.
But his brother had like basically lit him on fire while he was singing his solo at the start of the film, and then
Right.
poor Kevin got in trouble, and then his brother did the whole like, I'm sorry, everyone, for ruining everything. And basically then put the blame on poor Kevin. And Kevin's like, I'm not sorry. I hate you all. You all suck. And then he stormed off. And then obviously they left him. Oh, they flew the wrong way.
Well, Kevin McAllister thought he had magic powers because, like, in the first one, he made his family disappear.
Right.
Yeah.
I made my family disappear.
Yeah, I saw this video just before we wrap up because we have gotten to that time
I
of
know,
the
we
show.
have. And I can't find
But,
any. Normally I spend the whole time laughing and there's nothing.
I saw this I think it was Corridor Digital or Corridor Crew who do do special effects behind the scenes kind of stuff, but they remade Home Alone if the injuries were real.
Oh yeah,
And, like
basically
those
they're
guys,
all dead.
they're dead.
Yeah.
Those guys would be dead. The iron to the face, the burning handle of the nails through the feet, all of that kind of stuff, the broken bones, and then just showing what kind of injuries they would come up with if those things actually happen. And neither of those thieves would have made it halfway through the film. They both would have died. But, it's Hollywood.
Yeah, it's
So
Hollywood.
It's basically a cartoon.
I'm not sure. This guy has put his profile as, I'll be Burger King, you be McDonald's, I'll have it my way and you'll be loving it. Fuck, that's terrible.
Where's that? Is that on... Oh, okay, it's a screenshot. Because I'm like, that's not actually on Tinder, is it? Because we don't have Burger King.
No, we don't. It's Hungry Jack's then.
Yeah, but we don't... It's not Burger King.
No, I know.
So he wouldn't say that.
Here we
but
go.
yeah.
This is a guy or a girl. I'm assuming a guy because it's a girl.
Yeah.
All one word.
Is she? The girl's a girl?
Yeah, sure.
Oh.
Anyway, this is their profile.
Yeah.
All one word messages will get unmatched. I'm probably way too wild and way too much for you. I move extremely fast, so if you're into taking things slow, don't message me. I don't do small talk. I'm looking to hang out. If you're not looking to hang out, don't message me. When I bring up hanging out, if you ignore it, I'll unmatch you. If you're the busy type, don't message me. I don't wait longer than 24 hours to meet up. If you're a brat, don't message me. The end. Yeah, no.
I want sex. If you do not want sex, next, please.
Exactly.
He didn't need to say all that bullshit. He's also, when he says if you're a brat, he's trying to go, fucking, you got to be super submissive. Brats are submissive. They just like to argue about it and make it fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. People are fucked, and
They
we
really
know
are.
it.
They really are. This is a funny one. Tinder losers of Portland. They're always making
Tinder losers of Portland.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
very specific.
Very, but
We
it's
could have
very
Tinder
funny.
losers of Perth.
Oh, Tinder losers of Mandra.
Yes. But anyway, we're going to have to wrap it up. So
Okay.
we've mentioned the Instagram. That's what you were reading from just
Yeah,
there. So
in my
email
lounge room.
us,
Yeah.
skydamo@gmail.
Facebook in my lounge room podcast.
Yeah. So please follow. Give
And
us.
share.
Yeah, please share. Get it to your friends. Tell a friend. Tell at least one person
Yeah.
that you listen to a great podcast if you like it. If you don't like it, I don't even know why you're listening.
Yeah.
But my apologies to everyone who I offended by saying that if you're self-sabotaging, you're probably just not ready for life. But I think there's an
probably
element of
true.
truth to it.
Yeah.
Please rate us on
5
whatever
stars.
relevant podcasting platform you're listening to. I think
Tell us your stories. Thanks to
Yeah.
Karen, but we want to hear everyone's stories.
Yeah. Feel free to message the page through Instagram
Yeah.
or through
Or if you
Facebook.
know us personally, we'll take it
Email
that way too.
either of us. We're easy to find.
Yeah.
We both give our full names on here, and we also, if you're following us Instagram, you can find each of our own Instagrams.
Yeah. I'll be back on soon.
Yeah, mine's at the Damo. But yeah, just message the page,
Yeah.
or just message me. If you like to look at food, then by all means follow me on Instagram. Yeah,
I know.
and now there'll be photos of a new cat as well.
It will.
So,
Yeah. And in fact, there has been.
Yeah, already. Because I was looking for a name. Because I can't come up with one.
I'll think.
Yeah.
Get the boys to think.
Yeah,
No.
It's not going to, it's...
Fortnite.
Anyway, let's call
Okay.
it a day. It's hot in here.
It is, I know.
So take off all your clothes. I am getting so hot. I will take my clothes off. All right. I don't know about that. See ya.
Let's go.
Can't stand it. I know you planned it. I'm gonna set it straight. This war again. I can't stand rocking when I'm in So listen up, kid, you can't say nothing. You shut me down with a push in your butt, but I'm out and I'm gone. Until you're out and keep it on and on. Cause what you say you might not get, and bring it back. So don't you get so take a scheme at all thing that's a mirage. I'm trying to tell you now it's sabotage.
Thank you for listening to In My Lounge Room, intro music written and performed by Damien McKay. This week's outro song was performed by Damien McKay, was originally performed by the Beastie Boys. It was written by Michael Diamond, Adam Horowitz, and Adam York.